People, tonight I am going to change the punches for the Swag-o-matic, or Swag-o-matic. It looks like swag, so I say swag. And also, I'm from a generation that says that, unfortunately. I am going to be using a round nose instead, and I assume this is a 38. This thing came with a bunch of other weird crap, you know. The old rams that it was the ram was cut with the shell holder instead of the actual plates. Right, so I guess there's two ways I could do this. One is take the spanner wrench, put it in here. Yeah, I'm going to do that. On the die, it's got these holes on it that you can put it in there. It'll lock it in place as I put a ratchet on top and loosen the top nut. Alrighty. You can see on there it's threaded on the inside, so the bolt, it's just a normal bolt, screws into it, and the rest of the top punch piece is it's just this solid piece that screws in just like any reloading die, and then of course the lock ring. And I'm going to put a round nose punch in there. So I'm pretty sure it's a round nose. I haven't stated it before on this one, but if you see my other videos, you know that I have no idea what I'm doing with this, so I welcome criticism. Well, constructive criticism. If you want to say, look funny or whatever, I guess, but if you want to tell me what I'm doing wrong, please, because I don't know what I'm doing with this. Okay, and then just tighten it back. That was easy. Alright. Hands down a little too far. Let me pause this for a second. I'm going to find something to swage. Okay, so I was wrong. It was not a round nose, it was a wad cutter. So, for playing around with it, I'm going to take one of the old semi-wad cutters. There's some lead getting forced out. If you know why it's doing that, please let me know. It's going out the vent hole, as stuff is supposed to go, and it's a piece of lead. I'll probably figure this out later when reviewing this. I assume it's just lead getting forced down there and forced out. Right. So we turned one of these guys into a wad cutter. And now, just to see what happens, we're going to take a plated, it was I think a flat point or round nose, turned it into a semi-wad cutter. Oh, the die is not low enough on this one. Get a plated wad cutter now. Yep. Now we have a plated wad cutter for no reason. Alright, so that was how you change the top punches. There's another one disassembling the bottom part, but let's do that right now just because. So there's the locking ring up here. This right here is the ring that retains the die. There's that ring. This here is the die. Inside the die there is a vent hole with lead coming out. That's why you have a vent hole. This is the ejector punch, and then this part here is the die. I'll work on that later. There's a kind of a free-floating punch in here that when you lower the ram, this pin right here makes contact with the ejector punch and forces the bullet back up through the die. And as I mentioned, there's a hole in the side of the die, which is a vent hole, and that needs to be aligned with the hole in the side of the ram. And that seems to be about it for the mechanics of this device. It's not particularly complicated. It's weird, but not complicated. From what I can tell, there's not a whole lot you can do with it. It's not meant for swaging jackets, so I'm told by many people on the internet, particularly the Cast Bullets Gun Boards group. It's pretty much, well, it was made for attaching these half jackets, which are large gas checks, basically, and you can create these half-jacketed bullets. And that's what this thing does. So, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If not, well, try watching some of my other ones. You might find one you like. Well, that looks like all we got for tonight. Have a good day.